It's mailbag time, guys. We are doing this as a part of our live watch party from Thursday Night Football after the absolutely disgusting loss against the Los Angeles Rams. We're taking questions, we're taking hot takes, and we're taking your reactions from this game. And without further ado, I encourage you to subscribe for more content. Subscribe if you love the Saints, and subscribe if you want Dennis Allen fired. Let's go to the first one. It's going to be lore. What do the Saints do with their situation on the coach? I really wish this wasn't the first question. I'm going to keep it real with you. What I think will happen is Pete Carmichael's gone. They bring in another OC and Dennis Allen's back. What I want to happen is Dennis Allen, Joe Woods, Pete Carmichael, all fired. I don't want any of them back in the state of Louisiana. I don't want any of them back ever wearing a fleur-de-lis. And I don't want any of them ever wearing black and gold ever, ever, ever again. So what I think is going to happen, Dennis Allen will be around next year. Pete Carmichael will be gone. But what I want to happen, I already said it. Jake, draft a quarterback or build the offense. Yeah, so I've talked about this quite a bit, and this is why you subscribe. I talked about Jane Daniels to the Saints, I think more than anybody. Hell, my girlfriend, she's a graphic designer. She made me a Jane Daniels Saints edit. It was sick. I put it on a bunch of thumbnails. I put it on Twitter. I put it on the YouTube channel. So if you haven't seen it, I just go ahead and just scroll through the channel until you find it because it's sick. I want the Saints to draft Jaden Daniels, but I think that the smart pick, considering all things right now, that you have Derek Carr as your quarterback next year. You likely have Dennis Allen as your head coach. Go give me Joe Alt. Go give me the offensive tackle out of Notre Dame. He's a generational talent. He's a player that will be good for a very long time, hopefully. And he would replace Trevor Penning. Like, Penning got benched, and he was a first-round pick. And Saints need to get better on the offensive line. That is the biggest problem. I don't care. Like, that's my thing. You got Jaden Daniels, you got Lamar Jackson, Michael Vick, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. I don't care who you have running the offense. This offensive line can't block anything, so it doesn't make a difference. You got to build up the O-line here. All right, Queen Courtney, why not pay Lamar for 1 year instead of Carr for 4? So to add context to Derek Carr's contract, there's the whole, you pay him $150 million for 4 years. Well, it's not necessarily the case. It's up to $150 million. He can stay around for 4 years, but there's an easy out after 2. So why not pay Lamar for 1? I don't know. I think the Saints should have gone and trying to get Lamar Jackson. Should have drafted him, but you didn't. You took Marcus Davenport instead. Look how he's doing. He's not even playing in Minnesota. You let him walk and he ain't even doing anything. I would have loved to have Lamar. But again, I'm just going to go back to what I just said. Doesn't matter who you have running the quarterback. The offensive line cannot block anything, so it doesn't matter. They couldn't block building blocks from a toddler at a preschool. That's my point. Jeff Amato, why the onside kick with 4 minutes left in the game? So at that point, here's my thing. I'm fully prepared for y'all to flame me in the comment section for this, but I think that was the right call. You were out of timeouts. You had to get the ball back to score. Defense hadn't been able to come up with a stop all day. The defense had literally no answer. So I think it was the right call to go for the onside kick. Like, I really do. Otherwise, the defense hadn't created a stop all game long. You had no timeouts. The only way to stop the clock was the 2-minute warning, and after that, it's 2 plays and it's done. So that's my point. I think that the Saints going for it on fourth down all game was a good move. Of course, you want to see them get it, but I think that going for the onside kick was the right call, even though it didn't work out in your favor. Puka Nacua did kind of bobble it for what it's worth. Came down with it. He's a good receiver, so, that makes some sense. All right, Patrick Starr. What about Jim Harbaugh? Chip, now we're cooking with fire. So Jim Harbaugh, everywhere that he has been, has won. Helped turn the 49ers franchise around. has gotten the Michigan Wolverines in back-to-back college football playoffs. I'm just saying, Jim Harbaugh would be the one guy who could take the situation that we have right now and turn this into a winning team. I think that he'd be a great hire, but my question is, why would Jim Harbaugh leave Michigan to come to New Orleans when there are so many other jobs that he could take instead? The Chargers job is open. You have Justin Herbert there. The Raiders job could be open. The Bears job could be open, and you have the first overall pick. You can go get Caleb Williams. Like, I love Jim Harbaugh. I just don't think he would want to come to New Orleans. But, guys, we did have Prize Picks as our sponsor for today's video. Prize Picks is daily fantasy sports made easy, and it's so much fun. I absolutely love this app. I'm addicted to it. I literally go on it every single morning, anytime that there's any sport playing. You pick 2 to 6 players. You choose more or less based on their numerical projected stat. And voila, you're making real money. So the projections we rolled with on Thursday Night Football, we're putting this video out a few days later, so there's a ton of really good projections for Christmas Day and for Christmas Eve game, so I encourage you to check those out. But we went with Taysom Hill, more than half a rushing or receiving touchdown. Dude was literally, did not exist in the game plan today. Alvin Kamara, you probably, honestly, Saints offense shouldn't even flown him out because he didn't do anything, and that's not an issue with him. It's the offensive line and the Saints offense just being stinky. And Matthew Stafford, he was great today, did not throw an interception. So if you want to fade me, which I encourage you to do because clearly I am not good at Prize Picks, you should go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Plug in promo code CLNS. You'll get a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks is daily fantasy sports made easy. We have that information in the comments section and description of this video because I absolutely love you and because y'all are my best friends. Ethanol, you greedy son of a gun. You greedy son of a gun, man. After the loss we had, you're going to ask this question. Can we actually make a deep playoff run? Can you? Yeah. Like, you physically have the ability to go make a playoff run. You have football players and equipment and a stadium and a coaching staff, and you have all the things that it takes to win a football game. The only thing you don't have is a competent football team and a good head coach and a good offensive coordinator and a good game plan. So can you? Yeah. They have the ability to do it. I don't think they will, though. Like, you're not even in the first place of the South. You're out of the playoff picture by a lot right now. So, got to make the playoffs first to make a run. Biggie. What up, Biggie? It's all Dennis Allen, all the drop passes, the fourth down decision, the stupid onside kicks within 4 minutes left, the inability to score when it actually means something. Biggie, I agree with all of that except for the onside kick option or thing. I also I made it explicitly clear, during the live watch party that if they got it or not, I was happy that the Saints were going for it on fourth down. Saints haven't shown like fight. They haven't shown that they want to win games. Like, that's my thing. Like, this offense finally like took some risks. They finally were like gambling a little bit, and scared money don't make money. Like, sometimes had they converted on all the fourth downs, that would not be a part of this comment. Just saying. I'm just saying. Had they converted on all 3 fourth downs, or hell, had they converted on 2 out of the 3, this would not be a comment. The onside kick, like I said earlier, I agreed with it. I think that was the right move there. The inability to score, could not agree more. They can't score when it matters. They can only score in garbage time, and they can only score when it's just enough time for you to kind of sort of maybe believe in it and kind of sort of have some faith. But then they're going to rip it out from under you because they're the New Orleans Saints, and that's what they do. And they're greedy sons of guns who are just going to take your money, and they're not going to give you anything in return because they don't want to win games. Baby O, bring Sean Payton back. To be honest, I'm actually pretty impressed it took this long to get one of those questions in. No. He left. No. What are you going to do? Trade a first and a second round pick? You're going to trade more than what the Broncos gave you? No. Like, that's not how this works. It's not Madden where you can just be like, yep, I want his playbook now. It's not how that works, unfortunately. You're going to have to trade for him, and he quit on the team once already. Why would, I understand that he's a better coach, and he would, I totally agree with that, but he doesn't want to be in New Orleans. He does not want to be the Saints head coach. We have to accept that. Krispy Kremer. Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael need to be fired now. I'm so done with this unprepared team and stupid decisions. Crispy, I agree. Dear Mickey Loomis, if me not saying it isn't enough, if Krispy Kremer saying it isn't enough, if any of our subscribers, if any of the people on social media, if any of the people on YouTube isn't enough to fire Dennis Allen, I don't know what is. Go ahead and just give him a $10 trillion 700-year contract, because good God, it seems like that's what they're going to be doing with this absolute fraud and clown of a head coach. Chip, the fact that other coaches in the league don't know who Dennis Allen is, there's other NFL head coaches who don't know who Dennis Allen is. Get him out of here. Get him the fuck out of here. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cuss, but get him the hell out of here. Rain, 11:34. When it rains, it pours. Carr isn't going anywhere. Would a new offensive coordinator fix it? I think that would be like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. I think that getting a new offensive coordinator would make things better, but I don't think that makes things better enough to go and win down the stretch and win in the postseason. Derek Carr's never won a playoff game. Sorry, he hasn't. I want a quarterback who knows how to win football games. I want a quarterback who can win down the stretch. I was fooled going into the season thinking, oh my God, Carr is the guy. He's going to fix this team. He's going to take us to the Super Bowl. He is a veteran who knows how to win. Those things are all true. He is a veteran who knows how to win. He is a football player who's been around this league and been around this game for a very long time. He's had to win in a lot of different ways. He's also lost in a lot of different ways. But the offensive coordinator has to change. Pete Carmichael should not have a job after this season. And that's my point with this. I'm so upset with it. But Rain34, you are a Super Chat MVP. You're an absolute legend, so we're going to be sending you a Saints jersey of your choice. I will email you later this evening. As always, Saints fans, I appreciate you for hanging out with us. I appreciate you for taking time out of your day to watch this video on Christmas weekend. And of course, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas holiday. Mitchell Wren's Jeremy Chuggs hit me with that's what the Rams did to us tonight, because this team absolutely stinks. Y'all stay gold. Merry Christmas, and we'll see you after the holidays.